$21,100 is the exact amount that I made on one of my Faceless YouTube channels in the last 30 days. And the craziest part about it is that I didn't even spend 3 hours last month working on this. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal my entire framework that I use not only on this channel, but also this channel right here that has made over $330,000 and many other channels that I've scaled past 6 figures. And I can tell you one thing, that if you actually watch this video, you actually implement what I'm telling you and you take notes, then there's no reason that you can't succeed with Faceless YouTube just like I have. And I'm telling you this because many of my students use this exact framework to scale their own existing channels like crazy. So first, let's talk about the 80-20 rule, which is actually something that I follow very closely. And again, it's not something that only I follow, but my students as well that I teach inside of my program. Basically, what this 80-20 rule is, most of you are spending 80% of your time, 80% of your effort, and you're only seeing 20% of the actual total results that you're doing. So to dumb it down, you're basically putting majority of your time focusing on these small tasks or maybe big tasks that you think, but in reality, they're actually not really pushing your channel forward. They're not scaling it, and they're not really giving you that big a return on it. So what you should be doing is the complete opposite. You should be focusing on the small things or the big things. Either way, the things that are actually going to get you better and longer results. And the reason that is because most people focus on the things that they think aren't making them money, and they think that they're working harder, but they're working harder on the wrong things. And I can tell you this right now, you can work a 9 to 5, you could put fries in the bag, and you can work extremely hard, but it doesn't matter because you're working hard at the wrong things. So hopefully that example makes sense. Instead, what you should be focusing on is this 20% right here that actually gets you 80% of your results. These are going to be the key factors that you can scale channels to $300,000, even $20,000 a month, just like I have on my channels. And the best part with Faceless YouTube automation is we don't really end up doing all the work, right? We have freelancers, we have people that we're end up hiring to do these tasks. So the only thing that I have to come up with is finding the niches, stay on top with gaps, trends in the market, and then really just finding the best talent and the best hires that I can for my channel. That way my 20% effort really gets 80% of the results, but now it's not even me doing the 20%. It's the freelancers and the people that I'm hiring with already proof of concept and proven experience in this niche, and they absolutely crush it and make me a shit ton of money. So now let's first start with this, right? Let's talk about the niche. I'm going to talk about things that you should follow, things that you shouldn't. We're also going to go over ideation and packaging. So again, this is a very in-depth video. As long as you're paying attention, you're taking notes, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to learn from this. And again, take action as soon as this video ends, apply these things to your channel, and I guarantee you'll see some results. The channel that I showed you at the start of the video is actually in the body cam niche, and it's one of the best niches out there. But if you want to find your own winning niche, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to go to YouTube and you need to find faceless channels that are blowing up. Now there's extensions, there's tools out there that make this a little bit easier. I personally use vidIQ. There's also 1 of 10 next to Lev. I recommend for most of you watching this, just use the free version of vidIQ. You're able to see outliers, you're able to see everything like that, and you can quickly find channels that are blowing up. And the one thing you want to make sure when picking a niche is that there's big channels and there's also small channels. So in the body cam space, there's big channels that have been here for 5, even like 10 years, and there's new channels that get made every single month that are still able to get outliers and still get 100,000, even millions of views of video. The next thing you want to be looking at is the subscriber to video count ratio. Now, the amount of videos they have posted doesn't really matter, but I'm going to show you why I look at the subscriber count versus the amount of videos they have posted and why that matters. Let's say a channel has 10,000 subscribers and they have 1,000 videos posted. Well, if you have 10,000 subscribers, usually your subscribers kind of mean how many views you get, right? So if you only have 10,000 subscribers, but you've posted 1,000 videos, chances are your channel is shit and nobody should copy what you're doing. Versus a channel with 10,000 subscribers, but they have 20 videos posted, that means that they're averaging 500 subscribers a video, which is very good and very telling that their content is doing good. They probably have multi-hundred thousands, maybe even a few million views on that channel, and people should actually copy them because it's working. Finding a niche is actually very easy to do, especially now in 2026 with using AI, especially Claude. And I actually have a completely free niche list that I'm going to leave in the top link of the description. So if you want to grab that, it has 60 to 70 different faceless niches that are all making over $10,000 a month. I constantly update the list as well. So you can get that for free if you just want a cheat sheet for niches. Next, let's go to ideation and packaging. And this is where it gets super important because as I go more into detail, you're going to hear me say copy. But when I say copy, I'm not going to talk about one-to-one. So again, take notes, pay attention. This part is super important. So ideation and packaging, this is basically how you're going to come up with ideas, and packaging would be the title, thumbnail structure, the formats, the different trends and everything like that, right? So ideation and packaging, title, thumbnail, and the idea of the overall video. Number one thing you're going to want to check for is the outliers on competitor channels. Now it's very important to keep in mind and be very aware and conscious of who you're checking your competitor channels. For example, I'm in the body cam niche as well as many other niches, but one of my big channels is a body cam channel. If I'm going to see or check trends, what's working in the market, and I'm going to check, let's say Midwest Safety that has multiple millions of subscribers, and they have a video that they posted yesterday and it got 2 million views. Well, that might not be a really good video. That might not even be an outlier video for them because they have 3, 4, 5 million subscribers. Do you see what I'm saying? Versus if I find another channel that's in the body cam space, let's say they have 100,000 subscribers, which is still a good amount, but they posted a video yesterday and it has 300,000 views. Well, I can check the outlier score because again, I use vidIQ, the free version, and I can see the outlier score, whether it's a 2x, 3x, 4x. Obviously the outlier score, the higher it is, the better. And so then I can start telling my team, hey, look, we need to get footages like this, or we need to see what they did and see the angle they took, or maybe it was a certain case that went viral. Whatever it may be, we just now know that there's something to look at in the market, and it didn't solely just blow up because they already have a pop-in channel. Another way I can explain this is think of Mr. Beast. He could make the worst video in history, but because he's Mr. Beast, he has the hype, he gets billions of views a month, he's still going to average probably 10, 20, 30 million views, regardless if it's a black screen for 30 minutes. And it's because he has the authority in the space in order to do that. And if you guys want me to help you personally with Faceless YouTube, where I'll work with you directly and we can scale or even monetize your first channels from scratch, just like I did with a bunch of my students here, then keep listening. Take Bargov for an example, who was a complete beginner and literally scaled from $0 a month brand new to making $3,000 a month and is now on pace to making $10,000. And he did this all within the first 45 days of joining. I actually have a full interview breakdown that I did with Bargov. So if you haven't seen that, you want to see how he was able to do it, how we can do the same for you possibly, then you can go watch that. Or take Jordy, who joined my program making $4,000 a month to now back to back doing over $12,000 a month. He's made almost $25,000 in the last 60 days because he just applies. He listens to what I tell him. I say, Jordy, do this. He does it and he makes money. Or take Priti, who is one of my best students, who made $50,000 in a single month from Faceless YouTube automation. You can see the previous month she made 27,000, and then the next month she went from 27K to 46, literally just because she's an absolute beast. And you can also see that there's plenty other student results as well. So if this sounds interesting and you're actually serious, then you can work with me one-on-one directly in the link below. Anyways, let's get back to the sauce. And again, the cool thing with ideation and packaging, just this overall YouTube automation business model, is we're able to automate a lot of the ideation and packaging. If we find either a channel manager or someone down the line at scale, this isn't something that you're going to hire or want to outsource right away. You still need to understand and be the core owner and running person of the channel, right? You can't just hire a team and go, I don't know what they're doing, I just pay them, they make me money, they make a good video, and I make money in return. That's not a business, that's not sustainable, and that's not predictable, right? Those are my requirements for a niche and a channel. This is the basics of understanding niches, how to find niches the right way, ideation and packaging, and we're going to go over way more in this video. Now, it's super important, you do not want to copy one-to-one. Again, for any niche, any channel, there's going to be super big competitors, outliers, virals, trends, everything that you're going to see, and you're going to get the shiny object syndrome where you're going to want to hop on something and go, oh, but I could be doing this and I could just copy this idea with this. You don't want to do that because every single YouTube channel, think of it like a Netflix show or a TV show that people are watching. The reason why there's so many different body cam channels or niches across YouTube that are getting views regardless of who they're targeting is because there's different types of audiences, and inside those different types of audiences, they want to watch, they want to have a different emotion, they want to feel something different when they watch these certain things. Body cam niche specifically is solely off entertainment, shock value. It has like the WTF type of feel to it, versus if you're watching, let's say Mr. Beast, you're watching something that's fun, it's funny, there's maybe a little bit of emotion with the people, the backstory, maybe like this, the reason why they're staying in this challenge. But a body cam has that realness to it. It has the WTF factor because it's a real moment. You could see something crazy, someone going 150 miles an hour on the highway, because you can literally envision that of you being on the highway and someone zooming past you. And then you could also see like a murder case and go, someone next to me is literally like a murder or something, right? So it has that sense of realness. Same thing with the Mr. Beast video. It's solely entertainment, but it's a different type of entertainment. And that's why you don't want to copy one-to-one, because you don't fully understand what their audience is or who they're targeting, right? Only the channel owner and the team behind it actually knows. Now, of course, you can make guesses based off if they're staying in sort of the same topic or only doing one types of videos, one type of ideation when it comes to the channel. But overall, you do not want to copy one-to-one. If we just scroll on YouTube right here, for example, here's a phase rug video. I guarantee you every big YouTuber does this, every small YouTuber, everyone with a brain should be doing this. If we go to YouTube and I just literally copy and paste his viral video, we're going to be able to see he got this from somebody else, literally word for word. I did this live for you guys so you can see this. This is why it's good to get inspiration and steal, but this is what I'm saying. This guy named Nick Wilkins, who I don't even know who he is, I pretended to be a critic and got free food. I pretended to be a food critic and for free food, right? Rug did the same thing. If anything, he just simplified the title. And honestly, his packaging, which is the thumbnail and the title and the thumbnail should reflect each other. You should be able to look at the thumbnail and understand the title, and you should be able to read a title and like automatically come up and imagine like a thumbnail that would fit this perfectly. And you can see here, every single viral video, you can see that they copy each other. Addy Bally also did this video. I don't know who these people are, but everybody has been doing this, and now FaZe Rug hopped on it. And of course, because he has such a huge audience, he's getting 32,000 views an hour, which is 1.1 million views in just a day of doing this. Because again, if you want to make the most amount of money, you want to look and steal at what's working. But again, you want to add twists to it. You don't want to copy one-to-one. You can see here how he didn't add the word free with a golden, like this thumbnail right here is really, really bad. And obviously FaZe Rug, he has more money, he has more overall YouTube experience. He absolutely crushed it. He, instead of doing free, he did $0, which $0 is the same thing as free, but it's a better psychological thumbnail. And this is just, obviously FaZe Rug has like a whole team behind it, but I'm just explaining it hopefully for you guys to understand it better. Like again, this guy used the word free in like a weird font. It doesn't really match it. He has like a Bible, but it says like a food critic book. Like I understand where he was going, but it just doesn't really make sense. And the third point for ideation and packaging, which I literally just explained for you guys live, but you want to see how you can make it better or add your own edge, add your own touch, add your own. You can even niche bend or video bend where you can get 2 viral ideas, take them into one. I've already explained that in other videos where Mr. Beast will do a 24-hour challenge on like Mount Everest or climbing the tallest building, whatever. He'll take a viral trend of, let's say, getting buried alive, and then he'll stay adding buried alive with being buried alive for 7 days. 7-day challenges. We already know Mr. Beast does that. That's a viral trend. And then being buried alive in and of itself is a challenge and viral because who the hell wants to get buried alive, right? It's a very shock factor. And so he combines 7 days buried alive, boom, ultra mega viral video, and that resulted in like over 100 million views probably. For scripting and voiceover, a common thing I hear all the time is, oh, you can't use AI, or oh, do I use AI? Can I get away with it? It's really 50-50 right now. People think you can either use AI, people think you can't, people think you're gonna get banned. You're literally the next devil if you use it. So let me go ahead and break this down as someone that does utilize AI, but I also understand the limitations and how to use it the right way. Because yes, if you use AI the wrong way, you can get banned, you can get terminated, you can get demonetized. But also, if you don't use AI the right way, you can get banned, you can get demonetized, you can get everything. So if you just understand what you're doing and know how to do it the right way, you'll be fine. So yes, you can use AI, but you need to understand how to use it and use it the right way. Right now, YouTube uses Google Gemini because obviously they own Google, and they're using it to identify AI scripts, voiceovers, and as everyone knows, like 11 Labs, they share pretty much a same ID when it gets used across the same channels and the same videos. So right now, what I would recommend, instead of using your own voice because that's not scalable, instead of hiring a voice actor because that's expensive, what I would recommend is using an AI clone. And what that is you either hire a one-time voice actor or you can clone your own voice and you'll use AI, but it's going to clone your unique voice or your unique voice actor's voice. That way you can use AI because it's done within a minute, but you're also saving time and money and you're utilizing AI and you don't have to spend a bunch of money. It's a win-win, and you have a unique voice that's actually unique to your own channel. And it's not David or Kevin from 11 Labs that everyone uses. And same thing with scripting. You can have Claude, you can have AI completely write your original scripts or even get inspiration from other ones. But you want to go through and you want to add your human element and your human touch to it, right? A common thing with AI is when you tell ChatGPT or Claude to generate things, it'll add these dashes. So like, for example, if someone sends me a message and they go, hey, Chris, and there's a bunch of like, it's a proposal, but there's a bunch of like dashes. I know that they just copied and pasted, right? If you can't be asked to just go through for 5 to 10 minutes, scan your script and just change things and make it either funnier or add your own touch to it, you're not going to be successful, because running a business and making anything over 5, 10K a month is going to take you more than 10, 20 minutes a day. So after you get the script from Claude or any AI, just remove all the basic stuff and add your own human element. So again, it should go using Claude or whatever script software you want to use, which I recommend Claude for scripts. It's going to generate it, and then you want to add your human element touch. And the best way to completely avoid all this AI BS is hiring scriptwriters and voiceover artists so your channel is 100% safe. Again, it is going to be costly at the start, but this is for people that are making $5, $10, $20,000 a month. You're able to spend money. You're able to actually utilize the resources that you have. And that way you don't have to do any of this, and then you can just move with peace of mind and your channel will be totally cool. Now, the most important part I would say about this entire video, no matter how well you think you understand YouTube or how well you think you can make a video go viral, if your team and your freelancers or your agencies, whoever is actually running and helping you with these video creation in your channel, if they're not good or they don't know what they're doing, or you hire the wrong people, your channel will fail. The team that I had when I was initially making my first $5,000 a month, my first $10,000 a month, if I compare them to the teams that I have now, it's a night and day difference. I look back at that actually, and I ask myself, how did I even hire them? How did I think they were good? But it's all because that was the only team I knew. They were doing good. We're making $5,000, $10,000 a month. But now that I'm making way more than that, I'm like, it was a shock. I was like, I didn't even know that these people, I didn't know it was going to get better and better. So for hiring, I recommend everyone watching this video, whether you're broke, you're poor, you're stuck, whatever it is, no matter what your budget is, you should use Upwork. The reason is it's totally free. Of course, there's onlinejobs.ph, which is like Upwork, but only Philippines, which is very, very good, but you end up having to pay $50 or $60 just to create your job post or just to actually message the freelancers. So if you want something free just to get your foot in the door and actually start hiring and get your job post for totally free, use Upwork. Do not use Fiverr. Fiverr is the worst thing. You end up overpaying, shitty talent, very, very generic, very basic people, worst people ever. Don't hire on Fiverr. And on Upwork, you can search for hires like footage resourcer, editor, scriptwriter, thumbnail designer, voice actors. There's anything that you can find, even channel managers. But the main thing for every YouTube channel that you're going to have, no matter what niche you're in, is probably a video editor, a voiceover artist, or you're going to use a voice clone like I recommended, video editor, and thumbnail designer. So you're going to have probably 3 people that you're going to need to hire, maybe 4, maybe even 5. But the most important thing, again, if you're taking notes, write this on your forehead, get a tattoo of it. The most important thing is check their experience and results. There's even a part on Upwork, it's called screening questions. If you don't know what screening questions are, it's basically questions they have to answer in order to apply to your job post. You can put like, please give me your past experience. What big channels have you worked for? What's your most viral video? A good question that I like to ask as well is, why should I hire you over another designer? Or if they're a video editor, why should I hire you over another video editor? And then that way they sell themselves to you and they give you, oh, well, maybe they have 5 years of experience, or maybe it's like a family owned business and they've been a video editor for 15 years, right? Who knows? But this is how you're going to get the best quality of people. And I'm telling you right now, whether you're brand new and you already have a team established, or you're already making a few thousand a month with YouTube, your team can get better. And the only way your channel can genuinely scale and improve, of course, by you, the owner, improving as well, but it's with your talent and the team that you have. There's no channel on this planet that makes over 50K a month with a shit team. Everyone on their team knows what they're doing. The video ideationist, the scriptwriter, the thumbnail designer, the video editor, scriptwriter, every single person knows what they're doing. And this also goes into hiring, but your profit margin for Faceless YouTube channels, this is a very profitable business model. This isn't drop shipping where you have to sell and, take like 30% profit margins, or this isn't trading where you have to blow a bunch of stuff on accounts. Your profit margin per channel should bare minimum be 80%. So out of every $100, you should be profiting $80. And again, really, when most people are starting, you're just going to have video editor, thumbnail designer, and maybe a voice actor, or maybe someone to like source the clips for you. But other than that, you're not going to really need anything else. For script writing to start, you could use Claude if you want, for free. For thumbnails, you could also use ChatGPT for free if you want. Like, there's very little cost initially. It's just getting the ball rolling, getting your experience, seeing what works, fixing what doesn't, and doubling down on what does. That's the hardest part that a lot of people give up on and never even make it past. And boom, just like that, now you've got the entire system that I'm currently using to scale all of my Faceless YouTube channels. And now after watching this, you have just 2 options. The first option is, after watching this, you can go watch another video on Faceless YouTube automation and try to figure it out all yourself, doing the same guesswork over and over and just keep running into the same walls that you already have been. Or if you want someone who's not only made millions of dollars with Faceless YouTube himself, but has also helped dozens of people make tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars with this, then you can apply to work with me one-on-one by clicking the link in the description below. Again, it's only for serious people. If you made it this far, comment the word loyal, and I'm gonna go through and heart some comments. If you have any questions or any video ideas that you guys want me to cover, drop it down as well in the comments section below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.